Well, a warm welcome to this talk. It's Tuesday the 2nd of May. Now, if you're watching on YouTube, it's probably the 8th or 9th of May or sometime after that. If you're watching on Rumble, it could well be the 2nd of May. So either way, thank you for watching. Now, most of you all know that I've had a YouTube strike. Unfortunately, I've been trying to avoid this for a long time now, but it's sadly has happened. Now, let me give you a bit of background about this. And the reason I'm doing this video is that I've just been overwhelmed by the amount of support, really seriously quite overwhelmed by the amount of support I've had from people, from messages, emails, tweets, all sorts of communications. So thank you for that. Now, let me give you the background as to what happened here. And I'll tell you a little bit about the channel as well while we're at it, which I've been meaning to do for ages, just a bit of background. Now, what happens is when I put a YouTube video up, after about an hour normally, or a few hours, it goes green and it says this video is monetized. It's been reviewed and confirmed to be suitable for all advertisers. That's how you know it's allowed to sort of stay on YouTube. Now, the video that was taken down that I got the strike for was with Mr. Andrew Bridgen, Member of Parliament in the UK. And I got that message. That message came up saying it was okay. Then all of a sudden, it went red and I got a strike. So I don't really know why. All I know is it's medical misinformation. So there we go. Medical misinformation. Of course, I appealed the decision, and it was rejected. It was rejected in a really quite short period of time, I'd have to say. What medical information, I don't know. I can't talk to anyone at YouTube. All I know is medical misinformation. So if I've misinformed anyone, I am genuinely sorry for that. But I don't know in which way I've misinformed people, because that is all I am told. That's the only information I have had. So you now know as much about that as I do. Now, this was the video here. Mr. Bridgen, Member of Parliament, who was expelled from the Conservative Party. Videos removed, and it's ineligible for monetization. Now, what I do with the videos on YouTube is I put an advert at the very beginning of the video, because that's the only way you can make some money and cover costs, and a video at the very end. I never ever allow an advert to go in the body of the video. So once you click on the video, okay, the adverts are just a nuisance, but once you get past those, you can watch the whole. You can watch the whole video without interruption, regardless of how long it is. So that's what I do, but that's the message we got on this one. Removed, ineligible. And unfortunately, I wasn't given an opportunity to remove it. You just get the strike. So having been told it's acceptable for advertisers, then just bang, you get this strike, unfortunately, due to medical misinformation. So appeal rejected. We looked at your content again carefully. I don't know who looked at my content again carefully. We're not told this either, unfortunately. More information would be really useful here. And I've confirmed that it does violate community guidelines, as I said, for medical misinformation. It will not be available on YouTube. We know this may be disappointing, but it's important that we keep the YouTube community protected. So if you're watching on YouTube, it's good to know that you're protected. Now, this was the video here with Mr. Andrew Bridgen. It is available, of course, on other platforms. Member of Parliament, who the video, when we took it down, had about 8,500 very, very positive comments, embarrassingly positive comments. But of course, now the video's embarrassingly in a good way. That just people really appreciate what Mr. Bridgen is doing. But now the video's taken down. Those comments no longer exist. They're taken down as well, unfortunately. So pity YouTube don't have a way of taking down the video but leaving the comments, but it's all gone. So any of you who left a comment on this video, I'm afraid it's just disappeared into oblivion, unfortunately, as far as I understand the way it works. Anyway, now this is the channel dashboard. So violations, active community strikes. I've got this active community strike. Now This means that you can't upload any videos for a week, and if you get another one, it's a fortnight, and if you get a third one within a 3-month period, you can take your channel down. And this is what's frightening, because before I started doing COVID and more current affairs in terms of healthcare and health-related issues, I did a complete series on for student nurses and medical students and pharmacy and different students, and a whole series to train up registered nurses to be nurse practitioners. And they're used in universities and by individuals all around the world. I get feedback from that all the time. And if they were taken down, that would be, I think that would be unfortunate if they were taken down. It's the bulk of my recent, it's the bulk of my online work, apart from the textbooks, that represents the bulk of my open learning, online learning. So if that was taken down, that would really be a pity. So that's the bit that's frightening. So yeah, let's hope that doesn't happen. At the moment, of course, all the videos are still viewable. Now, at the moment, subscribers, we've got well over 2.7 million subscribers, another 19,000 in the past 28 days. Unfortunately, they don't all watch every video. If they did, that would be really good. But still, it shows that there's some interest in the channel, which is a good thing. This is the last 28 days. So last 28 days prior to the strike, we had 12.2 million views, and that works out at 1.6 million time watch, 1.6 million hours. Yeah, looks like people have watched for 1.6 million hours. It's incredible. I haven't worked out how long that is in time, but 12.2 million views in the past 28 days. So good to know that people are still watching the videos and enjoy interacting with the material, looking at the evidence, weighing up the evidence for themselves. You know, this is what this is all about. It's not saying, sit down there, shut up, I'm going to tell you how it is, like other agencies that could be mentioned do. This is saying, well, this is the evidence. You weigh it up for yourself. You're not stupid. Look at the evidence. Evaluate the situation. Come to your own conclusions, an informed conclusion. Be able to give informed consent. So it's good to know that that's 12.2 million views. Now, this is interesting. YouTube predominantly, it is more males than females watch YouTube. So 61.1% male, 33.2% female is my viewership for April. So ladies, do watch. Let's get that to 50-50. That would be wonderful. Thank you. Age profile, quite interesting. Not so many 3 to 17-year-olds watching, even not so many 18 to 24-year-olds. So most of the viewership is, well, you see there, 24 to 34, 9.2%. And then larger viewership in the older age categories, 35 to 44, 45 to 54, 55 to 64 and over 65. Whoever you are, I'm delighted that you choose to watch and interact in this way. Country-wise, this is quite interesting. So most views at the moment in the United States, 29%. Then the United Kingdom, then Australia at 10.9%. Now, considering the population of Australia, that's a very high viewership in Australia. So very grateful for all our viewers down under. A country I love, actually, Australia. I have relatives in Australia. Canada and New Zealand. And then just out of interest, next we go. So United States, United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, Netherlands. Of course, the majority of the population in Netherlands speak English. Germany, Ireland, Sweden. Going further down, South Africa, India, Spain, France, Norway, Philippines, Switzerland, Finland, Denmark, Thailand, Malaysia, Belgium, Singapore, Poland, Italy, Austria, and it goes down. In fact, pretty well most people all the countries in the world pretty well, even ones where YouTube is not officially allowed, are represented. So that's good. So that's a bit of background as to where we are. As this strike is on its own, it's not too bad. I'm sad to have miscalculated the medical misinformation policy in some way. As I say, I don't know how, but as long as the archival videos that are used around the world aren't taken down, it's not too bad a thing. So that's where we are. Thank you for watching on whatever medium, whatever channel you have watched this on. That's where we are up to at the moment. And again, all the support, humbling, genuinely brilliant. Thank you so much to all those that have supported. Just give one example, I think. This example is from my friend Dr. Sunil Dand, who's been remarkably supportive. Let's just have a listen to Sunil for a minute here.
Hello everyone, Dr. Sunil Dand, internal medicine physician. Welcome to another video. Many of you are of course familiar with Dr. John Campbell and his very popular online videos. I made a video about how establishment really don't like Dr. John Campbell, and recently I had the pleasure of talking to John Campbell a couple of times. Many of you saw those videos. Well, today we've had this news from Dr. John Campbell. This message has gone out within the last few hours. Here we have it. My video with Mr. Bridgen, MP, that's Member of Parliament, has been removed by YouTube with a strike. So I'm banned for a week and you can't watch the video anymore on YouTube. So for those of you who are not familiar with the background story here, as I suspect most of you are not in the United States, Andrew Bridgen is a member of parliament, the equivalent of a congressman or senator, democratically elected, and he was recently involved in some controversy. I'll let you read up yourself what he was involved with and whether what he said was taken out of context. But anyway, he ended up being expelled by his political party, which, by the way, is a political party which is in a lot of trouble right now politically. But anyway, he was expelled and Dr. John Campbell interviewed him. So YouTube decided that it didn't like the interview and has taken it down, effectively censored the interview and banned Dr. John Campbell from posting for the next 1 week. So John Campbell has been censored. So let's think about this in a little bit more detail. I'm actually, as it happens, back in
I'm actually just going to leave that there because Sunil's had a warning on that video and I'm not entirely sure why, so I'm not sure what I can show you of it. But it's just an example of people being supportive. So thank you for that very much, Sunil. I will post a link to it, and thank you everyone else. And God willing, we'll see you soon.